getting you details of Chinese engineers who've been attacked in Gwadar. This is in Balochistan. And the attack that was carried out by Pakistan terrorists. One terrorist who was killed, 3 others who've been injured in this exchange of fire with security forces in Balochistan's Gwadar. Now, according to the Inter-Services Public Relations, that is ISPR, the operation was launched after the presence of terrorists in the area that was reported. And the attack that has been confirmed by Pakistan security agencies on a convoy carrying Chinese engineers. These were Chinese engineers who were working on the Beijing-financed Gwadar port in Pakistan. They were attacked by militants of the Balochistan Liberation Army. And now, a confirmation on the attack coming in from the Pakistani security agencies on what has happened to these Chinese engineers. This convoy that was targeted in Gwadar, and BLA targeted these Chinese nationals. Chinese workers who've been actively engaged in Pakistan in connection with the initiatives that fall under the umbrella of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. It is an ambitious endeavor that ranges to projects valued over $60 billion. And this attack that certainly has proven to be a hit when it comes to relations between Pakistan and China. A Chinese engineers envoy that was in Pakistan as they were on work, they were attacked by the Balochistan Liberation Army. In the latest details that we are just getting for our viewers, 1 terrorist has been killed, 3 others who've been injured in this exchange of fire. We are yet to confirm on the nationalities of those who are injured, but security forces have cordoned off the entire area and launched a search operation.
And my colleague Kaswar is joining us live from Pakistan on the broadcast. Kaswar, what is the latest you're picking up? Are the tensions over? Is the bombing and the gunfire over? And what is the information on the casualties?
Well, interesting detail has been coming out of this attack. That was actually horrible attack. And the interesting thing is the Pakistan security forces have declined that whether the Chinese convoy was attacked. So they have said that an operation was conducted on a tip that was, that came from their sources. And on that, acting on that tip, they have killed 2 terrorists. And definitely there were retaliatory attack from them as well. This is a version of story that is coming from the Pakistan, the military side as well. That in cross, exchange of the firing between the terrorists and the security forces, 2 terrorists have been killed. But still, according to the security forces version, the firing continues. Gunfire is carrying out from the both sides, and this type of information has come from the military side. But from my sources, they believe that the terrorists have attacked a convoy of, the Chinese engineer that have been working on multi-billion-dollar Gwadar port as well. And in a retaliatory attack, 2 terrorists have been perished. But there is no news about the injured or, God forbid, the death of the Chinese engineers over there as well. So there is no news at all. According to my sources, this attack still continues, and the operation is conducted by the security forces as well. When such type of operation have ever happened in Pakistan, so live information, flow of live information have been bared by the security forces as well. This is all the news that is coming to us is from our sources. Our sources have said that it was an attack and a Chinese engineer that was working on Gwadar port as well. But on the other side, a version of a story that has come from Pakistan's armed forces as well, they believe that they have acted on a tip and they have perished 2 terrorists, and the operation cleanup still continues. This is what I can tell you at the moment. Contradictory reports are coming, but it is very, very difficult to verify the claim of our sources from government side as well. And you know the reason as well.
Absolutely, but how does it really affect China's relations with Pakistan and, of course, the all-important CPEC projects of China in the country? Because we know that Pakistan has or in fact, they both call each other all-weather ally. But we know internally what's happening in Pakistan. You know better. If you can just give our viewers a sense of the context and how does this really affect the relationships and the exchanges between the two countries and the Chinese investment, more importantly?
Well, let me tell you, you have rightly pointed out things are really complex in Pakistan when it comes to Pakistan and China economic corridor as well. But what I can tell you is that the various, the work on various projects still continues in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and in last, 3 years, $25 billion was more invested in China-Pakistan economic door as well. And as you have rightly pointed out that Pakistan is very much concerned about the safety of the Chinese and Pakistani people working on CPEC, either in Balochistan or even in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa as well. There have been taken foolproof security measurements by the Pakistan security forces, but in the past we have seen that the Chinese, the people were attack in Pakistan, whether in Balochistan or even in Karachi, in Sindh as well. And don't forget that sophisticated attack were unleashed on the Chinese convoys in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa as well. So it is nothing new that the personnel working on the various projects in China-Pakistan economic door have come under attack in Pakistan for many occasions as well. But still, this Chinese, the investment still continues. And yes, of course, 3 years ago, Chinese have expressed their, displeasure on the way security was being provided to the Chinese personnel in Pakistan. But after that, the Pakistan security forces have beefed up security on the Chinese people and the Pakistani people working on different setup of, working on different projects of CPEC as well. But still, we heard that time to time, Balochistan Liberation Army, the TTP, and ISKP have been attacking from the Chinese investors in Pakistan from time to time. Don't forget what happened there in Karachi a couple of years ago. The Balochistan Liberation Army had attacked even the Chinese consulate in Karachi as well. But still, it is interesting to note that both countries have just, marked the 10th year, the 10th successful years of CPEC, and the cooperation still continues. But following today's, operation or attack as well, the Chinese embassy and the Chinese government and also the Pakistani government have not given their stance. And as I told you earlier, that the Pakistan security forces have denied whether it was an attack on Chinese engineer. They said it was a military operation, security operation that was carried out on the tip of a source, and according to that source, there was a group of the terrorists that was hiding somewhere in Gwadar,
Right.
and